right now in 2022 is finally all points coming together. It's a tipping point. It is the tipping point that the central bankers are ready for. And this is what the global reset, the Great Reset is with the World Economic Forum. The Great Reset, in a nutshell, was the design plan to leverage some kind of global economic collapse, whether it's a global pandemic, a global economic collapse, some kind of global event that has such size and magnitude that it makes the people of the world say, our national governments are no longer getting the job done. And what we need is a world sovereign power that will sort of set the tone. And you've already seen this happen through Corona. If you've noticed, we've had the World Health Organization, we've had the World Economic Forum, we've had these global entities that are spouting health policy, economic policy, how we get through this thing. And I think that the globalists really wanted for the Great Reset. And they say this is nothing that you can go out and see Agenda 2030 and read all of these things yourself. But their vision was a global situation that would bring about the necessary conditions that people would be really ready to say, you know, the national sovereignty is a myth and we need global control. And it's not working out the way that they had thought or planned. It's not going that way at all. But now they're backed into a corner because they've printed so much money. And the reason the market has done so well is when you're looking at crypto, you're looking at gold, and you're looking at equities. When you have no place else to put your money, there's no bonds to buy. If you want any kind of legitimate return, since 2009, interest rates have been next to zero. We have not normalized interest rates at this point. So people will not buy bonds. In fact, we finally have Wall Street admitting in the last 90 days that bonds are really not a long-term investment prospect as they've always been. They've always been the yin to the yang of equities. And the Wall Street has admitted in these last 90 days that that is no longer holding true. And this is why all of the money has been captured in the market, because where else can it go, Matt? Where else can it go? It doesn't make any sense that on the heels of a global pandemic that the world hasn't seen for 100 years or longer, that the equity markets would be going nothing but up. But they are, and they have been. And you have to ask yourself, where are the economic fundamentals to support it? With 12 million job openings, we had the clips of 4 million people per month leaving their jobs in October, November, and December of last year, 2021. We call it the great exodus of the worker. It's outrageous. It's insane. And so all these people are quitting, but yet they're still living, they're still meeting their bills. How is this happening? Is it because of moratoriums on evictions and foreclosures? Is it because there's no student loan payments due? Is it because they're getting money for every child they have if they make under a certain amount of money as a married couple or as a single person? All of these things are fundamentally changing the economy in America as we know it and globally. And this is why you see the irrationality of the market going up and up and up. And it's very hard for me because, you know, I go every week, 3+ times a week. I'm on a national news channel talking about this market, and everyone has just got these glazed eyes of like, you know, just say what you know, the market's good and everything is fine and everything's great. And I'm looking around at these people and saying, like, where are these people reading this data from? And then you get the Federal Reserve releasing documents, and you know, and you realize, my God, it's just not at all what we really think behind the scenes, where you can see what's really going on, and you peel back that curtain, and that's